Hello, I'm Bradley Louis de Pommier, and welcome to another edition of The Great Debate.
Well, la-di-da!
Hello, Mr. de Pommier.
Could you say that twice?
I have a question. Why does a French guy have a British accent?
That name reads like an eye chart.
Can we just call you Lester?
I'm going to call you Les, because that swings.
Go right ahead. Today we have with us Jack the Rabbit,
Hey.
Larry the Lynx,
What?
Hector the Otter,
Buenos días.
Griswold the Bear,
Hey there!
Sal the Cougar,
Hello, cats.
and Flip the Dolphin,
Love you, Denver.
who are each competing for the title of Denver's favorite animal. We're going to go round the horn, as it were, and I want you each to tell me briefly your platform. We'll start with Larry.
Okay, I'll make this brief. I don't have one. This is ridiculous. Don't vote. Thank you.
Well, there's a nice attitude.
That was terrific.
Very inspiring. Thanks for chiming in, Larry.
Well, then we'll move to Jack.
Okay, well, first of all, I want to take the opportunity to thank you, Lester, for taking this job on, involving and arranging this forum so that the people of Denver can make an informed decision vis-a-vis this important and vital campaign. And having said that, I'd also like to apologize for recent campaign comments I have made, in which I referred to my worthy opponent, Larry the Lynx, as a flea-bitten sack of fur.
Isn't his time up yet?
I didn't hear that.
Now, listen, also, and I just want to say that
Guess not.
this is an important campaign, and I have a tremendous amount of ideas that I would like to throw into this mix. I can't think of them offhand.
The only mix I like is stew with rabbit in it.
This is the kind of invective and vitriol
Me
that
too.
I'm talking about. But I want to stay positive, unlike the mangy lynx and the fat, overweight
Moderador, creo que me
bear.
toca a mí ya.
I suppose that sums it up. We'll move along to Hector.
Inteligente e informado y se pueden dar cuenta de que todos están mintiendo aquí. Pura mentira. Yo les voy a traer el sol otra vez. Y yo estoy aquí no por mí, sino por nuestro público. Nuestro público adorado que realmente queremos y estamos aquí. Yo estoy aquí para
My
servir al público.
headphones broken.
I don't know what he said.
Well
I agree.
put.
I
That
agree.
I
was
think that's well
helpful.
put.
Sounded like
That was really
Spanish.
helpful.
Very well. I suppose we'll move on to Sal then. Sal, your platform.
Listen, man, I think that the people of Denver are tired of being talked down to. Everyone knows that Denver swings. I think we should reduce the flights that we have and just include Hollywood, the Apple, New York City, one of my favorite places, and of course Vegas, a trifecta of hip, and bring in Denver and make it a quad of hip.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
A
A
quad
quad,
what?
quad.
I don't mean to be condescending. That means talking down to people, but that's ridiculous.
Well, that's my platform, and I continue to stand on it.
Well, there we have it. Flip, let's hear yours.
Good people of Denver,
Oh, boy.
Boy.
my loving and adoring public.
Oh, boy.
I forgot my violin.
I view this
Yeah.
as the... Can I have a moment, please? When I was sent to Mexico, that was the primary
Here
of
we
your
go.
love.
Help
This
me.
is the big campaign where you finally say, yes, yes, yes. Flip, you are the one we love the most. You are the one that we signed petitions for, that we protested for, that we auctioned cars off.
Larry, you want to go out and get a bagel?
Does anyone smell herring,
I
or is
never
it
thought of
me?
it that way.
You know, I want to win, but I thought that swung.
Anyway, I'd like to conclude my opening statement by just saying, thank you, Denver. I love you too.
Where's Mrs. Paul's when you need her?
Watch it.
Really.
You got a little something on your
How
nose.
come there's never a killer whale around you, neither?
In all fairness, we need to move along to our last and certainly not least important candidate,
It's about time.
Grizz. Grizz,
Yes.
we've heard quite a lot about your platform. Rehash it for us, if you will.
Free buffets, free flights, free back massages. That's it. Specifically, on the free buffets, we're going to have lobster tails, steak, 3 separate kinds of ham, pork chops, string beans, carrots, and glaze. Condiments galore. I've noticed that the one problem I encounter is there's not enough condiments, like on that spread they got in the lobby.
How do you sleep at night with all those worries?
Yeah, really.
Antacids.
Listen, this campaign is not about free buffets, massages. Can we get this thing back on the important issues?
Right, like nightclub shows and gambling.
No, thanks for chiming in, Sal. But what I was referring to, because, you know, this campaign is bigger than us. It's bigger than massage. It's bigger than Grizz's waistline. This campaign...
Here he goes again.
It's about Social Security and jobs and education and the environment and tax relief and other randomly strung together political buzzwords.
Excuse me, but what would a rabbit know about those things?
I grew up in a log cabin in the middle of the Texas Panhandle.
In Connecticut.
Well,
yeah.
Here we go again.
In
Mine eyes
Manson,
have seen the
Connecticut.
glory.
And my father worked in a steel mill.
He invited me
until I was
over,
4,
and a butler answered the door.
We
Well,
struggled.
my father worked as a fan dancer at the Hi-Ho Club. You don't hear me complain.
One year we had one carrot that we all ate for the entire year.
It was
that
like
was it. We were
75
poor.
pounds.
And they ate it in the back of their stretch limo.
Yes. All right,
Prepared
listen,
by
yeah,
a chef.
Well, yeah, that's true. But the point is,
The point is you're a liar.
this from the Vegas Puma.
Settle down,
the guy's
Sal.
not even-
Sorry, I got uptight for a second.
I
My,
saw
my
that.
cravat is sweating.
Yeah.
Take
Did he
5.
say that on the air? Cravat? Oh, I said it.
Now, I just wanted to touch for a minute on this. It is conspicuous that the only candidates that are not here are not mammals. Do you think there's discrimination going against the penguins?
March them into the sea, I say.
I didn't even realize they weren't here.
They've never said anything. They just sing.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah, they
penguins
sing.
breed like rabbits, man.
They sing. This is not Antarctican Idol.
Are you a unified front then against the penguins?
Lo que pasa es que no queremos perder el tiempo, porque sería una pérdida de tiempo.
Exactly. That's my point.
Whatever he said swings.
Yeah.
Well said, Hector.
Exactly.
Well said. Doesn't anyone take them seriously as a competitor?
I don't.
They don't fly. They're birds and don't fly. What's the point of that? I mean, if you're going to be taken seriously as a bird, do something. Get in the air. Accomplish something.
So now, Grizz, now I understand that even though you are an omnivore, you have
Whoa,
been...
whoa, 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 whoa. A what?
An omnivore means that you'll eat anything.
Oh.
Have you ever eaten a penguin?
I have not eaten a penguin today.
Glad that's settled.
Have you indeed ever eaten a penguin, Grizz?
Let me repeat. I have not eaten a penguin today.
Now, Larry,
Yeah.
same question to you. Have you ever eaten a penguin?
Not to my recollection, but I will say that I have enjoyed their egg, an egg or two, over easy, little eggs.
I
Benny.
love-
Oye, a la mexicana, los huevos de pingüino a la mexicana
Yeah.
o a la ranchera son
Huevos,
maravillosos.
Huevos,
Rancheros is
huevos.
good.
Yeah.
And penguin
Over
egg
easy.
nova
Over easy.
is
Yeah.
wonderful.
Excellent.
Over easy, baby.
I'm an omnivore.
Well, I wanted to put one question out to you all. What is the most important issue facing Denver now?
Yo creo que como siempre el problema
Oh,
que ahorita estamos
boy.
viendo en Denver es el clima y yo les voy a traer el sol.
Bilingualism.
Well, somebody
What was
has a
he
lot
s-
to say.
But I don't know what he's saying.
We didn't get a translator for
That
this
sounds
debate,
good, though.
unfortunately.
It does
He
sound
meant
good.
it, whatever
He speaks
it was.
perfect Spanish.
Yeah.
It swings, but I don't get it.
Oh, later that.
Larry, what is the most important issue facing Denver today?
Skiing. Skiing is a big issue, and everyone forget this debate and go take a trip down a mountain. How about that? Have fun,
See,
kids.
that's-
Got to go by.
This is what I'm talking about. You have to have passion in a campaign, and Larry is, although I respect him, Larry appears docile. He appears on the surface to be on the up and up, but he has an undercurrent of bad temperament. Have you ever seen him with a field mouse? I've seen the footage, and wait till that comes out on YouTube. All right, that's going to sink his campaign. It's going to spiral like a hairball in a wind tunnel.
Sal, what do you think is the most important issue facing Denver today?
Well, if I take your question right, you're saying what is the most important issue facing Denver today? Issues and questions are very important, and I think it behooves us to answer questions and
say?
address the issues. Now, of course, if you have an issueless issue, there's no need in confronting that issue, unless, of course, you don't have an answer for that issue. And so, in conclusion, I just, I hope that those issues have been addressed.
Si es una cirugía plástica que se hizo porque se hace cirugía plástica, tiene la cara tan estirada que yo no votaría por él. Yo no le creería nada.
Chimichanga.
What did he say?
I don't know.
Is Hector a prairie dog?
Flip.
I believe,
Oh, boy.
my good citizens of Denver, that what this campaign should be about is honesty. But every time I try to speak to the public, Hector would come along, whether it be in an airplane in front of me or revving up his engines when I'm trying to talk. That's not honest.
Wow, I'm sure Denverites want a guy that flips out that bad.
That's why he is called Flip, by the way. Did you hear that?
Any stress I have goes out my blowhole.
Grizz, what do you think is the most important issue facing Denver today?
Free flights. Why charge people to fly when the planes are going there anyway? I don't get it.
I think it's the other way round, Grizz, that the planes fly there because the people paid.
Well, you say tomato, I say tomato.
Are you going to have tomatoes on the buffet?
Several. Cherry tomatoes, cherry tomatoes.
Well, you do say
Vine
tomato, and apparently you also say tomato.
I do indeed.
Let's get back to the real issues at hand. I see a lot of mudslinging in this campaign.
Yes.
Why?
I have not stooped to the level of invective that my opponents have. There's a lot of Machiavellian skullduggery going on, and I think
I wish you had a spell chart.
First of all, you got the Lynx who plays with a scratching post. I don't want to vote for him. Then you got Hector. I don't even know what he is. He's a badger, a wolverine, a ferret. I have no idea.
I guess we should all live in a hole like some of us.
Look, don't make fun of my upbringing. I grew up in the middle of the Idaho plains.
With 36 brothers and sisters,
Creo que
apparently.
habías dicho que creciste en Texas, ¿eh? Dijiste que creciste en Texas. Viste lince,
here we
conejo,
go.
puma y
See,
delfín
this
y
is
osos
what
están
I'm talking
mintiendo.
about.
But that's what mudslinging brings.
Right.
And that's
Exactly.
what it's all about, man. And I intend to endorse that and keep it going for the people of Denver. Unless it's a bad thing, and then I'm totally against it.
Sal, we want to talk a little bit about you. We've got a picture of you from 1979.
Wow, look at those lapels. It makes my head look entirely
I
different.
don't want to say anything, but does anyone know that the puma has hair plugs for whiskers?
Sal, how much work have you had done?
He's had more
There
work
you
than
go.
the Brooklyn Bridge.
All right, hold up.
Those hair plugs could kill a bull.
Absolutely.
All right, hold
The guy's
up.
face is like a trampoline.
All right, hold up. I had a little work done on my nose. I had a deviated septum.
Do we want a deviant running for office?
La nariz está chiquitita, los ojos no los puedes cerrar y las esquinas de su boca las tienen las orejas. Nomás para que sepan, ¿eh?
Enough said.
Are you in me or
Guacamole.
against me?
I like it.
Has there been discrimination against the penguins because they are not, in fact, mammals?
No, it's like they're wearing tuxes,
Those tuxes are rentals.
which influences they're making a sartorial statement, which I object to. You're not going to put the bear into a tux. It's like putting a fat guy in a thong. It may be entertaining, but who wants to see it? That's my point.
Right on, baby. Of course, unless that's a bad thing again. And then no way, man.
Well, we'd like to wrap things up because that's all the time we have for today, but we're going to go around and get a closing statement from each of you.
Oh, great.
Larry, can we start with you?
Yeah. Don't vote for me. Can I say it enough?
Jack.
Don't vote for Larry. Vote for me, Jack the Rabbit. I have the temperament to lead and the constitution to bring about great change for the people of Denver.
Well said. Hector.
Si saben lo que es bueno para ustedes, voten por mí. Gracias.
What?
What was that?
I'm not
make any sense.
I didn't know
bilingual.
how to learn Spanish today.
Whole late of that.
Sal.
I say, Denver, let's swing again, man. Let's bring the glamour back and the glitz. Vote for me.
Flip.
Good people of Denver.
Oh,
I have struggled with you. What? What'd I say?
And finally, Grizz.
I'm an omnivore.
That about says it all, doesn't it?
yeah, it sums it up.
Well, that really does put things into perspective. I'm Bradley Louis Dupommier.
Well,
They are.
This was The Great Debate.